Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Here we are in the second week of September. Yes, the garden does look kind of rough, but there are some plants that are churning out some beautiful blooms on their second, third, and fourth flushes. Let's check them out. All right, guys, first up is the beautiful Shasta Daisy. These here are particularly the white mountain Shasta Daisy. This is their second flush after my first initial cutback. And the plant looks really great. It looks healthy. It's really bushy at the bottom. And I got me some really, really nice second blooms. Now, I could have cut this back earlier and got some blooms earlier and probably got a third flush, but I am absolutely in love with Shasta Daisies. You know, I have them all over the place, and look at those beautiful blooms. The bees love them, the pollinators love them, and they look really, really nice. And particularly in my garden, my Shastas don't go all the way to sleep. They actually stay up a little. It might not look the greatest, but it does not go completely to sleep, and I love it for that. Next up is my pink Biza Gora. This guy is a beauty, and you know I love Gora because of the beautiful flowers. Look at that. Really, really nice. And I like Goras because they kind of move with the wind. Like when it's really, really windy, it looks like little butterflies flying in the wind. I love them. I have the white and I have the pink. First, I had gotten the pink and I loved it. And I didn't know they had whites until like maybe 2 years ago. And then I bought the white and I love it too. But the pink one is more striking to me. But either way, I love them both. Right next to that one is Bluebeard. This one here is from Proven Winners. This guy here is a pollinator magnet. The bees are right on it right now. I don't know if you can pick it up, but look at all them bees on here, guys. And that's what I really, really like about fall gardening or late summer, is that there's still something to see on some of these beautiful perennials. This one is from Proven Winners. This is Beyond Midnight Bluebeard, and it's coming into its own. I did a spotlight video on this already, so you might have seen, so you'll get more details on this particular plant. But it does bloom late summer into the fall, pollinator magnet, and it's bluish purple. You guys know I really, really like bluish purple plants. Might not look like much right now, but this one here is a reliable perennial, one of my most reliable, and it has gotten cut back. This is probably its third cutback, and this is the beautiful Spintop Red Gardia, also known as blanket flower. And as per usual, the bee is going in on this plant. Really, really nice. Now I could just pull this off to make it look a little bit better, but sometimes when I come out here, the thing is completely covered by the pollinators. I don't want to mess with the thing, and that's usually why you end up seeing some of my plants that you say, oh, she probably needs to prune that back. but it's because I come out here maybe 3 times a day, and sometimes it's full of pollinators and I don't want to bother them. But what I do like about this, I know if I had pruned this better, this would look even nicer and give me even more blooms. But here we are in the second week of September, and it's looking nice. Spintop Red Gardia. Next up is Mexican Petunia. I fell in love with this plant 2 years ago. Bought it full price for $16 in a 1.5 or 2 gallon, and I was saying I was going to divide this plant. I divided it. Guys, the pollinators love it, especially the hummingbirds. When I bought it 2 years ago, it was actually in the pot, and I was deciding where to put it because I heard that it was invasive. And while it was in the pot, the birds just kept coming at it, and I can see why. It is bell-shaped. They love that funnel thing, and it's a beauty. I mean, this thing is gorgeous. I love the fact that it has a purple hue, and then the leaves are this pointy, like, you know, almost dark foliage. I really, really like it, and it blooms later on in the season, which, you know, we all can appreciate. We love things that bloom later on in the season. Now, it just started blooming, so it's not like full, but when it does get to the full blooming, guys, I expect to see a lot more pollinators on this plant. This is the beautiful Mexican Petunia. Next up are double knockout roses. They're all looking amazing. No complaints here. We have different levels of bloom. We have the ones that are just coming out, the ones that have been out, and the ones that are on their way out. These plants are so reliable. I think every gardener has the knockout rose. Whether you have 1, 2, or 10, they are amazing. They are reliable. There is no disease issue from where I'm standing. I've never had an issue at all with these double knockout roses. I have the coral and I have the red, and they've been amazing. Here we are in September, and they're looking great. All right, guys, so you might have seen this one in a specific spotlight video not too long ago, but I wanted to show you because even though it's known for its beautiful purple foliage and the fact that it is easy to propagate and it can multiply and you don't have to buy it once you buy one set, they do bloom, and the blooms are very dainty, very cute, but still something to point out here in this video. This beautiful flower. It's so small, but it still captures the pollinators. That's the thing about it. Pollinators is not, they're not saying that we're just going to go to certain famous plants. They go to anything that will give them the juice. And this guy here is amazing. I love it. I love it. It does well in my yard. I love the purple and the beautiful flowers. Next up, guys, we have roses. These are regular roses that I got from Walmart. First up is the Sundowner Rose. Isn't that a beauty? And right next to it is a Rio Samba. And these are both on their third flushes. These are at the mailbox and doing amazing. These were Walmart roses for only $9.97, guys. These were on sale. Well, they were for purchase. They weren't really on sale because they were $9.97, and they were at Walmart. And these were they had like 3 types. They had the Grandiflora, the Flora Blunda, and the Hybrid Tea. And these guys here, $9.97 at Walmart. Look at how amazing that looks. And it complements some more of the Autumn Joy sedums that I have in my mailbox. Still blooming, guys, are my Lyrope. These here are the Muscari I got from either Walmart or Lowe's, and they've been blooming for quite a while, since mid-August. And here we are in the second week of September, and they're still blooming. The bees are still loving it, and they are really standing up and making this bed look like exactly what I want it to look. I have like pretty much 9 or 10 of them coming this way. And every single last one of them have these beautiful, beautiful purple blooms. Next up, guys, we have the beautiful daylilies. I love daylilies. You might have seen my videos back in February when I bought a bunch of new daylilies at Walmart and Lowe's, and they have performed really, really great for me. The trick is you have to buy the reblooming ones. I know a lot of people don't like daylilies because they say that the daylilies look kind of scruffy and terrible when they're done blooming, but mine don't. Once I cut back that first flush of blooms, it will rebloom again. And now this particular one here, once I get the name, I'll put it on the screen, but isn't this a beauty? And I'm going to keep getting blooms until the frost. So that's one type that's blooming right now. I have several types of daylilies. Some are not blooming right now, but this one is. Here's another one right here that when I bought it, the tag said Stella Oro, but I know Stella Oros is supposed to be a nice, faint, nice yellow, but these have this at the edges. So I don't know if they were mislabeled or not, because I do have some that look like the typical Stella Oro, but let me know if you know what type of daylily this one is and whether or not you have it blooming in your yard. All right, finally, guys, here in the front, we have the beautiful Pop Star Hydrangea by Endless Summer. This guy here was a clearance plant from Lowe's as per usual, and I love it because the foliage is nice. The blooms are great. So here's a spent bloom that I should have cut off by now to give this a better chance of coming up, which I'm going to do after this video. But here's a beautiful bloom coming to its own. And I love it. And here's another little one here that's going to come out soon. I should have already come out and cut those off and those off and those off, but I did not, simply because I have so many plants. It's been so hot, you know, everybody needs my attention, and it's been really rough to upkeep this, but I'm not making any excuses. This plant has been really good to me, and they take a lot of water, so you definitely want to keep these moist. And when you're pruning these, you definitely only want to cut the actual bloom off. Don't cut anything else off, because at the bottom of that, on that stem, is where the new buds for next year are going to come out. So don't go too crazy when you're trying to prune these macrophyllus. I really try not to prune them. I just cut the flower off, and that's it. But this is one of the final plants I want to show you guys in this video that has given me some great blooms. This is the Pop Star Endless Summer Hydrangea. This is a macrophylla. Let me know what you think of all these beautiful blooms, guys, here in the second week of September. Let me know how the weather's been treating you, how your plants are doing, and any comments you'd like to share. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and remember to hit that notification bell, so when I send out my new videos, you'll be one of the first people to know. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye-bye.